Hello, Kit Kat woman. Ooh woo.
Alright. Yo.
Hello, you okay?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, I'm alright, thank you. I'm assuming you've seen the title of this stage.
Yeah.
You wanna chat about it? Let's go.
Yeah. I'm not a vegan myself, but
Mm-hmm.
I have a question, but I eat meat, so I don't really, what's the word, care about animals being eaten
Why?
because they're gonna get eaten anyway.
Well, they're not
That's
necessarily going
my,
to get eaten anyway. Like, so I mean, we've
that's
created.
my point of view.
Okay, well, let's go through that. Well, we've created a system where they are going to be killed and exploited, but it isn't the case that they have to be eaten anyway. That doesn't have to be their fate. And I don't know why you have to really care about them. You know, do you care about them individually, as individuals?
Not really.
Do you think that, you know, because you don't care about them, it's fine for them to be exploited and killed?
Well, no, but
Okay, thank God for that.
yeah, I like eating meat. I mean, I'm not gonna stop,
Why do
but
you like eating the flesh of other animals?
um, I don't know.
Is it because
Just
it
do.
tastes nice?
Yeah, I
Okay,
guess so.
so that's usually the reason people do it, for a taste pleasure. But what they're implying while they're doing that and saying I'm not going to stop because I like the taste, right? What they're saying is I believe that a momentary sensory pleasure, you know, being satisfied, I believe that that's more valuable than the entire existence of another, you know, sentient being. Do you believe that?
Um, kind of. I mean, it's some animals. You would never kill like a pet, would you, and eat it. But like cows, pigs, you would eat it because it's a farm animal. And
Yeah, but okay,
It's kind
so
of
yeah, like what's going on there though? What's the morally relevant difference between a dog and, you know, a cow that would justify killing and exploiting one but not the other?
because it's, I guess, closer to you. I guess.
What do you mean?
By you love it more than just a pig who rolls around in mud all day.
Why do you have to love them for their life to be valuable? Like what you're saying is you're talking in terms of like your relationship to them, but that's irrelevant to someone else's existence. Like, you know, I don't know you, we're not friends or anything, are we? But
No.
just because I don't know you or don't have a friendship with you doesn't suddenly mean your life isn't valuable. You're still valuable. That's your life. So what we're trying to gauge at when we're having these discussions is to actually start looking at animals and other, you know, even human animals as individuals, regardless of, you know, what their relation is to you. They're still valuable. You don't have to care about them. They don't have to mean anything. In fact, they could be mean and horrible, but they're still, you know, that's still their life, right? They're still
Yeah.
experiencing, and it's unfair to take their entire existence from them and exploit them.
Mm.
Sorry, Rex, you were going to say something.
I also have another question, if that's okay.
What's that, sorry?
I have another question, if that's
Yeah,
okay.
far away. Sorry, Rex, you can answer.
Why is there like vegan meat when you just feel like you're eating real meat? I don't see the point of vegan meat because it looks like you're eating an animal. And
okay, yeah. So some vegans will like vegan meat, some won't. It's just kind of if the vegan wants to replacing, in a way, the kind of quote unquote sensory pleasure they would have had from eating actual animal flesh. I mean, whether you see the point of it or not, the point of it is that they have an alternative that isn't, you know, made by killing a cow or something. It's made by beetroots or lentils or whatever. I mean, Impossible Burger is made completely from plants, and it looks and tastes, as far as I'm aware, like a normal hamburger or something.
but I mean, it looks like meat, so it just wouldn't it feel like you were eating meat?
Um, I mean that depends on the person. I wouldn't say so, purely because I know that's not meat.
Well, yeah, fair enough.
Do you have any other
that's the
Any other
thing.
questions?
I was just going to say, like, Kit Kat,
Oh.
I think when we ask these questions, I think you should, like, actually be happy that there are, like, these plant-based options because, you know, when I learnt about... Sorry, Rex, there's some, like, echo coming from your... yeah, sorry. Thank you very much. But, yeah, when you find out, okay, well... there are these animals that are being exploited and killed, but you know, for these products. But by the way, there are these products that don't mean that happens, and you still get to enjoy your meal. You still get to eat like chicken nuggets. You still get to eat pizzas. All those things that you like. You just can go to Tesco and get them. Like, isn't that brilliant? Like, it's like, wow, I get to still enjoy these things, you know, and they're constantly growing. There's new stuff coming out. How exciting! And it doesn't mean that like any animal had to like you be directly impacted by that. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, so like I just say, like, obviously there are things that you could analogize it to where, okay, well, this is a better alternative, and that means we didn't have to do these horrible things, and that should just be an exciting thing. And yeah, those burgers, like, you sound like you're from the UK. I would really recommend, like, one of my favorite burgers is, you know, Iceland Foods. They do like a no bull burger, and I love it. I think it's lovely, and they do quite, you know, affordable stuff. You got Tesco that do like really nice like plant chef pizzas. They got cookies now. They got all sorts. They've got like cupcakes. You can get Wicked Kitchen cupcakes. Some of the things are obviously going to be a bit more expensive sometimes because less people are buying it. But I've noticed, like, recently there's even vegan pork pies in Tesco. They've dropped 30p in price, like, out of nowhere, because more people are buying them. So you can still...
But some...
And, sorry, just to jump in there. Sorry, just quickly. Technically, without... meat's very expensive to produce. The only reason it's cheap is because the government subsidizes it with your taxes. Not your taxes, because you probably don't pay taxes, but your parents' taxes. So if we just cut out the middleman, the whole subsidization thing, and you just went straight for the actual cost, that vegan thing made from plants is almost certainly going to be cheaper than that actual pork pie. I just wanted to add that in.
Yeah, true.
Oh, so some vegan food, it's might be cheaper to eat meat, to be honest, than to be vegan because it is of the industry.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though. It won't be forever, and the thing is that some of the cheapest foods available are plant-based. Like, literally at Tesco, there's you know, their own brand ramen chicken noodles. They're vegan, and they're 14p a packet. There are so many things that are what's you know, said accidentally vegan. That's what some people call it, but I would it's thank goodness it is. But yeah, there are some brands like, you know, like things you wouldn't think, like Walker's roast chicken crisps. They're vegan. Like there are some chocolates that by default, plant-based, vegan. There are loads of things you wouldn't think, oh, that is vegan, but actually it's like bourbons, they're vegan. There's loads of things. It would just be worth like looking up what is, and then just having a mooch at like the other stuff that is available. It's quite exciting because you end up trying new things. And obviously, what were you gonna say?
I went vegan for a week, and then I went vegetarian for a week. Vegetarian's not as bad because you can still have like milk and all stuff like that, but I couldn't really live as a vegan. So I had the
why
taste
not
of
that?
meat,
Yeah, but right, is it justified?
That's just how I am.
Is it justified to exploit and kill other animals though? For these
No, they do have a life to live, but
exactly. So
I mean,
you're doing something that we've as we've discussed prior that you think is wrong. Do you think that's fair? Because you wouldn't want someone doing something to you that harmed you, and you'd think it's even worse if they knew it were wrong but they carried on doing it. You wouldn't want to be the victim of that. So why should someone else have to be the victim of that, and you just not do anything about it? Do you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, I just eat meat. It's the way it is. I might go vegetarian again
I think you sound kind of young, and I think when we're younger, we
Yeah.
do think it kind of is what it is. I'm going to do what I want. But then as we kind of grow up a little bit, like I'm sorry if I'm sounding a bit patronizing, but you know, it is the case that when we do grow older, we start, you know, realizing the consequences of our actions a bit more. And you know, when you're younger, you're just like, I'm just gonna do it. It's what it is. But when you really resonate with other individuals, I think that you will make that change. I see it. I see a salad in there. Come on.
But
I think
from
about
financial side, wouldn't it? It would be cheaper to not be vegan.
No, absolutely not. I've already told you, like, with the, you know, this cheap, obviously, I'm low income, and I probably always will be, and you just cater to how much your budget. So you either buy cheap foods, and sometimes if you're low income, unfortunately, you've got to go without all the nice things that you would like. But that's the case, vegan or not. It's not cheaper. You can make it as cheap as you need to make it.
Yeah,
Whole foods are generally cheaper than meat anyway.
Meat's bloody expensive, even when subsidised. I look down the aisle sometimes, and I'm like, bloody hell, they're expensive.
Do the prices ever rise on like vegan stuff, or do they go down more than up?
It's more going down, really, isn't it? Because there's more brands coming out, and there's more competition. So the supermarkets will bring something out like a mayonnaise or a pizza, and then they'll compete over like who's going to have the best price. And sorry, Rex, go.
Sorry, I was also going to mention there's more demand. So in this is an economics thing called price elasticity of demand. So Apple, for example, it's a bit of a tangent, but it's just so I can explain it to you. Apple, for example, they've been producing the same. Well, they upgrade their phones. They're producing, for example, the iPhone 10 for 2 years now, and they produce millions of them. They produce so many, but the price still remains high. So that's called the price elasticity of demand. They can produce a lot of something but still keep the price high. So when it comes to vegan products, it's going to be the opposite, because it's something essential like food rather than something like phones, and also it's much cheaper to produce. So eventually, and we've already seen that happen, like Gaze said, for example, some of the vegan foods in her supermarket are going down. The prices will go down as demand increases, because, for example, when you buy in bulk, oftentimes it's cheaper. If that makes sense to
you. In my shop, there's not a lot of what's the word? Right, so you get like some foods that you could get in America, like ramen, aren't in the UK because it's an American thing, but it is vegan.
Like what? Sorry, ramen.
Yeah,
you can.
I don't know how you say it.
I told you just earlier that there's ramen for 14 pence. Do you mean you can't get it in America? Sorry.
Yeah, you can't get it in my country.
Yes, you
Where
can.
Do you live?
I live in the UK.
Yeah, so I live in the UK as well. Yeah. I've literally told you can get ramen.
I couldn't. I can't find it.
You can in all supermarkets. There's ramen noodles.
Yeah, what's your local supermarket, dude?
Aldi.
Yeah, you can definitely find that in Aldi. Well, I live like 5 miles from an Aldi. It's in there. Same with Lidl. Same with Tesco. All of them. Just have a bit of a closer look, I'd say.
Yeah.
Also,
there you go.
Yeah, just walk around the store. Aldi's aren't generally huge, and even if they are, it'll only take you like 5 minutes to do a walk around. Even just go and ask a staff member, say, "Hey, where's the ramen? Do you sell ramen?" They'll tell you, "Yeah, it's down in aisle 3, whatever." Just take a look, I'd say. And there's a person in Stage 1 text. They're called Vegan something, and they've told us that if you want to, you can DM them. They'll help you with going vegan. Like, they'll help you with planning meals and stuff if you want to. Yeah, just look in Stage 1 text if you want to chat with them later. That's a really kind offer.
I'll go have a look. Right. Okay. Thank you for everything. I'll go.
Yeah, thank you for coming.